investors watching your money. Joining me right now is Spotlight Asset Group Chief Investment Officer Shana Sissel, Nicholas Wealth Management President David Nicholas, and Michael Lee Strategy Founder Michael Lee. Great to see everybody this morning. Thank you so much for being here. We got a big deal to talk about. But David, I want to kick things off with you. Senators are finalizing that more than $1 trillion infrastructure bill. Senate Majority Leader Chuck Schumer says he wants a bill in the next couple of days. In fact, he wants two bills jammed in before the August 6th recess in the Senate. With the infrastructure bill now on its way, investors are signaling that they are not concerned about long-term inflation after all, despite all this spending. Your thoughts about inflation as well as all of this spending hitting the economy once again?
Yeah, well, I'll tell you, Maria, generally speaking, when a country prints too much money, okay, you can destroy the currency, but you generally get inflation. And I think that, inflation, though, is really driven by two factors. And I think we see it in the short term, no question. But it's really the money supply, right, how much money is in the financial system and how quickly that money is changing hands, so the velocity. So this is why the Fed keeps going back to that they think, inflation is temporary, because really the velocity of U.S. money right now is at all-time lows. So you have money supply that's at all-time highs, but that money is just not changing hands. And you mentioned, obviously, we have worker shortages, we have supply chain shocks. So, I do think I'm not a fan of this infrastructure bill. I think the amount of money that's going into the financial system long-term doesn't bode well for debts and deficits, but I'm not convinced that we're going to see long-term inflation, because really, if you look at just from a macro standpoint, we've got an aging population, we have low family formation. All of those factors are really headwinds for long-term inflation. So I think in the short term, no question we're going to see it, but I'm not convinced we're going to see long-term inflation.